Guys, please make sure you stand till the end. One common mistake that people often make can cost you thousands of dollars in repairs, parts, diagnostics that you may actually not even need. Stay with us, we'll explain what we're talking about. Hey guys, welcome back to Electrical Car Repair Live. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. Today will be a super helpful video to any of you having a Chevy Tahoe or Chevy Suburban, that generation here from year 2014 to year 2020. If you have one of those, if you have a problem where the heater blows cold air, the heater doesn't blow hot, warm air, we will explain what often we see here at the garage that causes that, how you can fix it. It could be super simple fix, we'll talk about that. We will explain where you can buy cheap parts and tools. All that, guys, will be covered absolutely free for your convenience. Please make sure to stay until the end. So before we start, guys, let us tell you a little bit about us. Every single car we get here at the garage, we try to make at least 200 to 300 free repair videos. We take them, guys, completely apart. We show you how to fix engines, transmissions, bodywork, guys, engine codes, transmission codes, fuses, relays, as well, guys. Why we do all that? Because our mission in the shop is to save as much money as we can. All we need in return, please subscribe to the channel, like the video. That way we can keep making these free videos. Guys, we have more than 15,000 free repair videos on our YouTube channels that can save you thousands of dollars in future repairs. And if you guys need to buy any parts, tools at a good price, quick shipping, that way do not waste money and time. We'll put the link in the description of the video below for your convenience. Please check it out. So if the heater doesn't blow hot, warm air, actually the heater blows cold, cool air, what can cause that? Multiple things. It should work on both Chevy Tahoe and Chevy Suburban because both of these vehicles are built on the same platform. The main difference is the Tahoe is a little bit shorter. Now, guys, we first need to check some fuses because it could be simple fix, and in that SUV there will be 5 different hidden fuse boxes that 9 out of 10 owners do not know they exist. That's okay, guys. That's why we made a special video on our YouTube channel. It's called Chevy Tahoe Chevy Suburban Fuse Box Location and Diagram. Check it out. Now we need to first open the driver door. And here on the side of the dash, we're going to go ahead and remove that cover, pry it open. Behind it, you're going to find a fuse box with a layout like this one here. Before we continue, let's explain quickly why it's always a good idea to test fuses and relays. It is, guys, very important to test fuses and relays. On those fuses, you cannot clearly see if they're burnt or not, especially you can see in the J-case fuses as well. And if you guys assume, okay, let's say you remove a fuse, you look at it, and you assume, guys, that it's actually a good fuse, but it's actually a bad fuse. Sometimes you cannot clearly see that. What can easily happen, guys, at that point, you can put the bad fuse in and you start replacing parts and tools that you don't need to, so you lose your time, you lose your money to fix a problem that doesn't exist, when all we had to do is test the fuse and replace it. We'll put a link to a special video that will teach you how to test fuses, how to check relays very easily as well, guys. So check it out, it will be in the description of the video below. So guys, here we need to check 2 fuses, then we need to go to a different fuse box, check a few more. So let's zoom in so you can clearly see. Then we'll explain what else can cause the heater not to work or the heater to blow cold air. The first fuse that you need to check is fuse 24. This is a double 15 amp fuse. Now, guys, this is known as micro 3 blade fuse, super hard to find or very overpriced. We'll put a link in the description of the video below where you can buy some if you need them. Then we will need to check fuse 28. Fuse 28, guys, we're talking about a double 10 amp fuse here. After that, you need to come to the, let me show you, to the passenger door. Open the passenger side door, and on the side of the dash you have the same cover. You need to go ahead, open it, and you'll find almost identical fuse box like the one here. What we need to check, okay, we need to check fuse 45. Check that fuse right here. Other things that often we see that cause the heater not to work. Now, guys, it gets interesting. If you don't fix it on time, sometimes you can destroy your engine. We'll explain why. One of them could be bad thermostat. If the thermostat is stuck open, the coolant, when you drive on a colder day or faster highway driving, the coolant will not be able to get warm. As a result, the heater will not work. But when the thermostat does not work correctly, actually you can overheat the engine and destroy it as well if it gets stuck all of a sudden. If you want to know what are the symptoms of thermostat stuck open, stuck closed, we have the videos on the channel. Another thing that you need to check, if you recently replaced thermostat, if you guys drain coolant, anything like radiator hose, radiator, and after you added coolant you did not bleed the cooling system, you may end up having air pocket in the heater that prevents the coolant to flow through the heater core. So you need to bleed your cooling system, because sometimes you can have an air pocket in the engine that can cause the engine to overheat as well. Another thing, you need to check your coolant level to make sure it's not low, but always do that. Let the car sit one night, check it next morning, because if you open the coolant reservoir when it's hot, it can severely burn you and damage your skin, eyes, hands, multiple things, guys. Next that you need to check, okay, you need to make sure the water pump is circulating the coolant enough as well. Weak water pump can cause that, but in some cases it may be perfectly fine heater, but it still blows cold air. What can cause that? Now let us explain that, guys. Here, okay, for instance, this is a dual climate control. You're going to have two of these in the dash, one on the passenger side, one on the driver side. If you have a single climate control, you have one. What it does, this is known as a blend door actuator. It attaches to a flap behind the dash and regulates hot and cold air. On the inside you have plastic gears that usually wear out, chip or crack, and a motor that often can quit working. And when that happens, okay, the blend door might be stuck in cold position and the heater will blow cold air even though everything's perfectly fine. If you want to know what are the symptoms of bad blend door actuator, we have the video on the channel, or how to replace blend door actuator. We'll have videos on that on our channels that would guys teach you how to do that step by step. So guys, I want to show you now something. Okay, check this thing out. You have all different kinds of fuses, relays, circuit breakers, something that could be really hard to find. And if you're in the middle of nowhere, you don't have a replacement one, you may end up being stuck, guys, in the middle of nowhere, or they can be seriously overpriced. So what we do, we usually buy some spare ones, we put in the glove box for a peace of mind. We'll put the link in the description of the video below where you can get them at a good price, quick shipping. That way you do not waste money and time. Hopefully the video will be helpful. Thank you for watching and see you guys next time.